Oh man, you guys, this stuff looks even better in person than it does online. I'm super excited to take a look at all of this. What's up, boys? Welcome back to another week of Average Bros Media. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nick. Thank you for tuning in. If you're not already subscribed, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button. It'll only take you a second, and I promise you, you don't want to miss out on the channel. Now, we're gonna unbox something that I've been waiting for a while. This is a box from Chase Bays for the 240, and it is filled with stuff that I think is really essential for making a drift car that's gonna be reliable and also cleaning up the engine bay. But before we get started, I want to take a quick second to thank the people who have already picked up merch from our drop last week. Big shout out to Ted. Ted, all the way in the UK, picked up one of these jet tags. Our jet tags are black with a white logo on both sides. Ted, it was super cool seeing your jet tag in your car. Ted has a wagon similar to mine, but in World Rally Blue. Super unique color. We didn't get it here in the States, so it's really cool to see those cars. And big shout out to Ted once again for picking up one of these jet tags. Now, Kevin was the first one to pick up one of our stickers. These are an 8-inch matte black Average Bros Media sticker. Super stealth, I really love it. So Kevin, all the way in New York, if you're watching this, you're the man. Thank you so much for the support. Now, to get into our order of business today, we are gonna be unboxing this stuff from Chase Bay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull all this stuff out real quick and then get it laid out on the table, and then we'll talk about what's inside the box. Oh man, you guys, this stuff looks even better in person than it does online. I'm super excited to take a look at all of this. Let me get it out on the table. Now, before I dive into what I got from Chase Bays and totally geeking out over these parts, I want to say a huge thank you to them, because without them, none of this would have been possible, and they're helping out a ton with the 240 build. So I'm super stoked on that. Now, the best part is that they're not just helping me out, they're also helping you guys out as well. So chasebays.com, real simple. Anything on their site, use code AVERAGEBROS and it'll save you an additional 10% off that price, which is super cool. They make a ton of different parts for S chassis, S13, 14, and 15. They make stuff for BMWs, for 350Zs, just a ton of different chassis. So be sure to check them out. I'll put a link to their website down below, as well as that code. It's AVERAGEBROS, an additional 10% off for you guys. So let's dive into what I picked up from them. I'm super excited to show you guys what was in the box. All right, so let's start out with the fuel line kit. So this fuel line kit fits any S13, 14, or 15 with a 1J or a 2JZ in it. Super high quality stuff, as is all the Chase Bay stuff. I'm super impressed right out of the box with how good this stuff looks. So the cool thing about this kit is it's a stainless steel braided line with a high heat nylon cover on the outside. So super durable, gonna hold up well in the engine bay. Again, cleaning up the engine bay as well. The great thing about this is that it works with any aftermarket fuel pressure regulator or fuel rail, so it gives you both options. You can run it to your OEM fuel rail or an aftermarket like we'll be using on the 240. But super awesome kit, great quality, all AN fittings on the end, just really nice stuff. So the next thing I picked up is a brand new clutch line. This one is specifically again for the S13 or 14, and this one works with a VQ or a 1JZ or 2JZ engine. So the cool thing about this is that, and I just found this out when I was reading on the Chase Bays website, is that most aftermarket clutch line replacements only replace the soft line between the two hard lines. This is a full replacement, so all one piece, nice and seamless, looks really good. This is again a stainless steel braided line with a PVC outer coating, so super durable, holds up to a lot of high pressure, and just again focusing on cleaning up that engine bay while also increasing our reliability in the car. So the next thing we're gonna take a look at is this power steering kit. So Chase Bays makes this power steering kit for the S13, 14, or 15 with a 1JZ or a 2JZ engine swap in it. They also have it for other engines as well, so be sure to check that out. But the cool thing about this, and what I really liked, is because if you've ever done any research on building a 240 or you've owned one yourself, you know that power steering leaks are a big issue with these cars. So in an effort to kind of help remedy that, and again, focusing on reliability and not have those issues once we get the car up and running, this was a must for me. Just again, right out of the box, the quality is super impressive. What I really like about it is that it's a full replacement. So it goes from the reservoir to the pump to the rack. It's all really high quality stainless steel braided lines with high heat nylon around it. So really good quality, full AN fittings on the end. So this kit also comes with what they call their dual baffled power steering reservoir. Again, super high quality. It's gonna look great in the engine bay, but more importantly, you're not gonna have that issue where if you're having high pressure, which there obviously is high pressure in those lines, the liquid returns to the tank, that it's gonna foam over the top. You know, I talked to them a lot about it, and they have a lot of research behind this. So super stoked on that, to have a good looking piece, but also something that functions really well. Now I did option to add on the power steering cooler. So as you can see, we've got that here. That adds a few additional lines as well. But because it's the drift car, because it's going to be driven hard on the track, those temperatures do tend to rise, and we want to make sure that those stay cool. We don't have any issues there. So that was just a must for me with this kit. I highly recommend it for any application where you're going to be drifting or anything like that. It's a really cheap option to kind of prevent bigger issues down the road. So the next thing I picked up is the Chase Bay's Coolant Overflow Reservoir. This is an all aluminum piece. It's black anodized. It looks really sharp and matches the power steering reservoir, so it's going to look great under the hood in the engine bay. So I'm all about that, but it's also very functional. So the cool thing about this is as you're drifting, coolant temperatures obviously can spike pretty quickly, and that'll oftentimes cause the radiator cap to blow off and make a mess in your engine bay. So this is a remedy for that. Chase Bay has designed it with kind of two inlets here. So one is going in obviously, and then one will be out that you can run to either the ground, they say, or to another tank like this. But just to mitigate mess in the engine bay, this is a really great option for that. So I'm super stoked on this piece. Now the next thing I picked up is their brake line relocation kit. So originally I was looking at their brake booster delete, but after a lot of research found that that was probably just not the best option for a drift specific car. But a big reason that I wanted that was to clean up the engine bay. So fortunately they have an option for the OEM master cylinder like this one here. What it does is relocates all those lines. Again, stainless steel braided with the PVC coating on it. It looks really good, gets rid of some of the mess under the engine bay, and hopefully just improves overall brake feel, especially when you're talking about a car that's over 20 years old and has those stock brake lines on it. For me, this was just another thing, kind of peace of mind on the car, while making it look better as well. So the next thing I got was the fender well brake line kit. So this is for all four fenders going off of those lines that I just showed you guys to the brake caliper. So it's a pretty common upgrade to go with a stainless steel braided line as a performance upgrade on any car. So especially if you're going with a different brake, I think I'm going to use the PBM Z calipers. So because of that, definitely want to make sure I have brake lines that are up to standard, kind of par with the performance of those brakes. Improve overall brake feel, and just again have the peace of mind knowing that these are new lines versus like a 20-something-year-old line. So the last thing that I got from Chase Bays is their hydro handbrake kit. So I am going to be running a hydro on the 240, and I've opted to do a dual caliper setup in the rear. I think long term that's just kind of the best option for the car that I'm building. But they do make these kits for both applications, whether you're doing a dual caliper setup in the rear with its own reservoir, like I am off of the handbrake, or if you're going to do what they call a pass-through inline. So that's going to be connected to, I believe, your current brakes in the rear. So that's another option. It's cool that Chase Bays has both of those, but again, the quality on this kit is just super impressive. Stainless steel braided lines, the PVC coating on the outside, so it'll look really good in the cabin as it runs off the brake and out through the bottom of the chassis. And it also matches all the other brake lines in the car, so just to have that kind of uniform look. But I'm just so impressed with the quality of Chase Bays stuff and the level of like thought that goes into it. They've got bulkhead fittings on this, so wherever you run it out, the chassis is totally sealed. You're not going to get any spots where smoke can come in or anything like that. But just all around, very stoked on this Chase Bays stuff and looking forward to getting it on the car. So a little update on the 240. Today is July 1st. So in 20 days exactly, I will be on my way back down to California with the 240. So once the car gets here, I'm gonna have to pull the engine out of it, get that car all ready to go off to paint. I've already talked to a shop down here who's gonna be coming out and taking a look at it and giving me a quote to paint the car. I'm not gonna tell you guys what color it is yet, but I am so stoked on the color we have picked out. It's gonna look really killer. Once the car gets painted, we'll be bringing it back to the garage here, Average Bros HQ, to get it put back together, drop the engine in. So this Chase Bays stuff will be some of the first stuff to go on the car, and I will definitely do install videos for all of this stuff so you guys can see how it goes on the car, help you guys out with the install, and just see how good it looks in cleaning up that engine bay as well. But that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to the more 240 videos. I cannot wait to get the car down here and just start working on it again. I haven't had a lot of time to work on the Subaru or parts to put on it for that matter. So just to have the project car and work on it like I bought it for is so exciting for me. So if you guys are excited for 240 videos, throw this video a big like. There's gonna be a ton of 240 content coming up. So if you're not already subscribed, do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button. But that's gonna be a wrap for this week. Peace out. I'll see you guys next week.